Everybody, welcome back. This week I want to do something a little bit different. We're not going to be focusing on the particulars of audiovisual industry or equipment. I want to do something a little bit wider spread. So this past week celebrated the 1-year anniversary of the last show I did as a full-time employee for a production company. Many of you are in the same boat, and since then the world has changed a lot. And there's a lot more video calls going on. So this is a video about 5 things that you need to remember when doing a video call. And so if this is the first video you're watching, welcome. Feel free to click on any of the other videos. If you see a couple that you like, please hit the subscribe button. Click the like button on any videos that you find informative, and turn on the bell for notifications to see when I do more videos in the future. Also, feel free to leave any comments down below. Any feedback is appreciated. So let's get to it. So we have 5 different things we want to cover. Really, we're going to do 4 things and then a bonus at the end. So these things are going to be audio, background, camera height, and lighting. And I actually want to start with that last one. So we're not going to talk about dynamic lighting and a fill light and a key light and a main light. We're not doing that. We're talking about the basics of lighting so that people can actually see you. So the main principle I want to talk about here is you want more light in front of you than you have behind you. So everyone that keeps getting in front of a big window at noon and there's a ton of light behind you, guess what? You're nothing but a silhouette. No one can see you, and it's really annoying. There's a very easy fix for this. Turn on the light in your room. That's it. Just turn on the light in front of you. If you're sitting in your dining room, you probably have a light, on the ceiling. Turn it on. You don't have to haul in lighting trees and set them up at particular angles. No, we're not talking about anything like that. Just turn on the light in the room. If you're in a room that doesn't have a ceiling light, go to a different room. This is a business meeting with your coworkers, your peers, or a potential client. You need to be seen properly. Next, I want to talk about camera angle. Yes. We're going out of order. Get used to it. No, we're not going to quickly review the 5 C's of cinematography. We're not going to talk about how you can tell stories through your cinematography. No, I'm talking about how your camera needs to be as close to eye level as you can get it. Otherwise, people are staring at your ceiling. So for example, if you have a very comfortable couch and a coffee table in front of it, don't sit there. Period. Dining room tables, desks, anything like that. Set up your laptop, which is, I assume, what most people are using. You're probably also using the built-in camera. Or if you have an external USB, you're probably sitting in on top of that. So here's an example of, so notice this angle on the coffee table and how dramatic that is. Again, I'll take a look at this with it on the dining room table and me sitting there. It's better. The key to getting it a little bit higher we're not talking about doing anything fancy. I don't want you to go out and buy a laptop stand that mounts to the side of your desk and you can completely, no. We're not doing anything crazy like that. No tripods. We're not going to show you how to plug up a DSLR to use as a webcam, although I'm using DSLR to record this, but that's beside the point. What I'm talking about is just slightly raising your laptop so it's closer to level with your eye. So we're going to take a couple books, we're going to put them under the laptop, raise it up a couple of inches, and there we can have the back of the laptop a little bit more perpendicular to where our face is, so the angle isn't as dramatic. That's it. Next, we're going to talk about background. Now, this one's a little bit trickier. So you don't want a background that is your, dining room blinds. You want to go with something a little bit less distracting. People don't want to see all of your favorite books. People don't want to see, your collection of autographed jerseys and unless you're a football player, and then they probably still don't want to see them. If you're on a conference call for work, it's just like any other meeting for work. People want to get the information that they need to get for that meeting and then go back to their job. They don't care that you have an autographed copy of the first appearance of War Machine or your collection of Darkwing Duck mugs. They don't care. They just want the information that you need to present, and they want to go back to their job. So your background needs to be a fine balancing act. It needs to have something in it so it's not just a blank wall, but not too much stuff to where you give them something to look at while you're droning on and on and on, and they're losing focus. Next is audio. Most of you probably don't have a recording studio with noise dampening or sound absorbent pads in your house. So what do you do when your video sounds more like this? Well, one quick and easy thing to do is, if you're using a MacBook and you have the Bluetooth headsets that can connect to it, those work great. If you're using your phone, any Bluetooth headset that connects to your phone also works great. It's got noise. Most of them have noise canceling, and you're the only person in the room that hears the conversation or the rest of the meeting. Also, the microphone is really close to your face. Again, you don't have to go out and spend hundreds of dollars trying to buy professional equipment. I use these earbuds all the time. They're kind of an in-ear design. They are made for most phones. They work with my laptop, and they cost about $13 on Amazon. Easy fix. The biggest thing you're trying to do with all of these categories is just cut out all the extra noise, extra light, extra distractions, so people can do what they do in a normal live meeting, which is get the information they want and then go back and do their jobs. They don't want to be distracted. They don't care about all the extra stuff. Which actually brings us to our last thing, which is never, ever, ever do this. Yes, you're on a laptop. Yes, you can get up and walk somewhere else and still be in that meeting. Don't, because that's how people wind up going to the bathroom by accident or other things. So if you need to get up and leave, get up and leave. Don't take your computer with you. It looks cool when Hollywood producers do that effect, but please don't. So thanks for sticking around to the end. As always, hit the like button, hit the dislike button if you didn't like it. Drop me a comment if you have any questions. I'll do my best to answer them. If you like what you saw, go ahead and check out some of these other videos. I've been Redbeard, and this is what I do. Nobody really does care about your Darkwing Duck mug collection. Just saying.